In a world where Dungeons and Dragons is played by a bunch of people who are dumb and drink too much for their own good. Presented by drunkards and dumbasses, I now present to you the Boundless Shores.
D&D Anonymous. Sorry.
Hi, it's me, it's Wes. I'm your dungeon master. I don't know. I just that popped into my head before I joined the call, and I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna announce it." Like, cause I miss the old movie trailers like that. I hate the new ones where it's all just like flashy cuts, and I miss in a world where
They
it's more
they still
fun.
got some of those.
Yeah,
Do they? I
I
never
think they
see them
recently did
anymore.
that for the D&D movie that came out.
I'm
I
pretty
could be
sure they
wrong.
did it when I was there.
Really?
Hell
I
yeah.
didn't see that. Oh, that sucks. Anyways, I'm your dungeon master, Wes. Here, joined by
I didn't do the order because I'm not used to. I've been out for a loop for so long. Give me 2 seconds.
we're joined by Liam again. I love it.
Hooray!
My editor, my assistant DM, the guy who remembers all the rules. We had
Yeah.
so many times during the session where we're saying dumb shit, and then like finally we realize, and then I'm like, man, Liam would have remembered.
Yeah,
Today,
I never realized how much I actually like contribute with stuff like that until watching you guys.
yeah, we're hopeless without you, buddy.
Yep.
Today, of course, we're joined by the man, the myth, the Liam. We're joined by James. We're joined by Owen. We're joined by Nate, and we're joined by V.
Hello.
That was a bit of an order switch up. I'm kind of in for it.
Yeah, because surprisingly, James was the first one to jump up in the call,
Oh no, he's
which is normally not the case.
I had business to attend to.
business.
I will say one thing. It was kind of funny when you're doing the order in the last episode. I'm sorry nobody got to see that, but when Nate didn't have everything set up, the way you're doing the order technically was Nate, then Owen, and then I think it was James, then V. You almost had it right the first time.
Damn, almost good. I'll take almost
I'm
good.
gonna roulette it this time. Whenever I need a certain dice, I'm just gonna shake the bag and grab the first one I find.
I like it.
I've got 3 chosen right now. I'm gonna see which one fails me.
when
I
when
got
I
dice.
whenever I decide to switch up my dice, I take all the d20s and do like a roll off, and take the highest like 3 or 4.
Would anyone
Yeah.
like to recap?
Yeah, episode what 32?
34.
34.
Episode
We're on
34.
35 right now.
Khalüin fucking
Oh yeah, we're on
dies.
episode 35, by the way.
Episode 34. Khalüin fucking dies.
Khalüin fucking dies.
Easy peasy. That's a reference to the old campaign. He's not dead, but what happened was we were in the upper city of New Warren. We got everything we needed. We got a sheath. We got some fancy stuff that everybody was looking for from the shops that we had visited in previous episodes. And then we go down to the lower city. We look around for a while trying to find the bar. We go there, find a wanted poster for what we find out to be Orgolan's sister. We weren't able to get much information there other than that she's kind of a badass now. And then we go back outside and we see the guy who pickpocketed us. So we all check our pockets and realize that we are again missing an item. So we go to confront him, where Khalüin gets captured, and we are not even able to put a scratch on this guy, who turns out to be Kavalis, the demigod of deceit, which makes him Tobin's uncle. And then from there, he told us to get the Tear of Pelor in exchange for Khalüin's life. And so after that, we get a sending stone from him, and we talk through it, trying to talk shit to him, but it turns out it was in Nee's pocket. So we get Nees to put K on the line, and K says, all right, group up close. And then we're teleported to the manor, where we brief Kay on what's going on. And he says, well, shit, that sucks, pretty much. We decided that our best course of action is to probably go to Palos in order to see the holy. Is that the holy? The holy Lorekeeper. And so we start to head out. We go through Graveyard. Is that what that city's called? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, it's a town of graveyard.
Yeah, we go
But-
through Graveyard and visit. Um,
Oh
we-
no, graveyard's a small town, the ghost town.
No, I know. We go through Graveyard into Blackmere.
Oh, okay.
We have to go through
Sorry, I didn't hear
Blackmere,
the
or we have to go
part.
through Graveyard to get there. And so we go see Neese's brother, a Mr. Kiriki. And do we know his first name? I don't know. We usually just say Mr. Kiriki. But we visit him. He gives Tobin a couple scrolls to help him, since it seems he's possibly had some sort of magical awakening. We're yet to open any of those and see what kind of spells he might get. And then we were pretty much on our way, and I believe that's where we left off.
Yeah, it sucks I wasn't part of the episode because when I wanted these to be reintroduced, I had a funny scene planned out in my head.
That's okay. If there's a way you can do it now that we're already together, that's cool. But if it was something that kind of involved like us first meeting him,
It
shit.
involved you coming back to K and then him pretending
Oh.
he was K.
Oh, that would have been funny because like
would've been
because we
funny as
originally
hell.
met him through like a sending stone. So he's just like, yeah, this is K. Imagine that. But yeah, I think that about sums it up. Anybody else? Oh, when we talked to Kay also about Orgel and Sister, we found out that she is somewhat acquainted with Kay. They don't necessarily know each other, but he knows of her. And we found out she's working with Queen Esme, possibly. I can't remember if we learned that from Kay or from the bartender. But
Ravana, Esme's the other
oh
queen,
right, yeah,
dead
sorry.
queen, but also other queen.
I didn't know.
Ravana.
The queen of Veilbridge, sorry. And so I think they said they assumed she might be in the Boundless or in New Daria actually. But so we figured that out, found out she's some sort of mercenary, I believe. I can't remember if we had much else. I don't want to say anything that's like not known because I know some things about it. So I think and we told Kay maybe to see if he could find anything else out about where she is so that after we're done with this, we can pick up and help Orgolan find his sister. Anything else I forgot that you guys can think of?
Peter grew.
Oh, yes. When we returned from last week, which not everybody was there, so we did a little mini session. I guess I could just do a recap of that because I was there too. Or should we keep the dream like kind of like, oh, what happened to the lads, or should I?
Nah, man, do it. I'm
up.
enjoying this extra minute.
Me, Orgolan, and Yonatan woke up in a cave. We couldn't find any of you guys. We weren't sure what was happening. So we follow the cave. And as it gets closer, we start hearing this noise. It's like humming. And then we realize it's cheering. And as we come out to somewhere where there's actually light, we were in a coliseum, like a big old arena. And there was like cheering crowds. And we got plotted against a bunch of little mini bosses. First of which being, I can't even remember what the first ones were.
It was an Umber Hulk.
Yeah, an Umber Hulk. So we fought that.
And then the second one was a Wyvern.
No, wasn't there like some? Oh yeah, it was just the two. So an Umber Hulk, which is like a big armored kind of insect creature. So we killed that. And then, but as we were fighting it, gas started to move in on the arena, making it hard for us to fight because it became closer and closer quarters. And then we fought a Wyvern, which was able to pick up Yonatan and drop him. That's why in the last episode he was complaining about his back hurting. But after we defeated them, we were all given a gift. Mine was a ring of protection, just to up my AC a little bit, because you don't get much of a dex bonus from heavy armor. So it was just to make it a nice even 20 for my AC. And then Orgolan got a new like shoulder pad thing that has a cool ability. He can choose to tell you guys about it if he wants to. And then Yonatan was given a gift, but he's like, you can't have it now. So then when we get back, all of a sudden, Peter is actual like more grown up. So that's cool. And I think, yeah, so that's the thing I miss. Peter grew up. So yeah, at the beginning, we were in the bar area for a while at the hotel we stayed at. I can't remember, the Legionnaire. We just had breakfast, kind of mingled and tried to figure out how we were gonna get the big old griffin out of there before we just shrunk him temporarily to get him until we were down in the lower area where they don't really care what you got. Anything else, guys? I think that's about it.
Yeah, sounds like.
No, I think that's it.
I think that about covers it. Thank you for that extra minute there. I really needed that. Because I was reminded of something that I should have prepped.
I have to say, while I was listening to the part about Orgolan's sister possibly working for the Queen of Veilbridge, I have to say Khalüin made an appearance while editing that.
Yeah,
I
fair
felt
enough.
really
I know.
angry.
I wish.
Oh yeah,
I wish you were there. I really do.
I wish
dude.
you were there for that.
Yeah.
There was some more stuff that could have happened that episode that would have been really cool, but that's okay. You're here now, and obviously it's medical reasons. Can't blame you at all. So,
And now we need to save Khalüin so then we can see this.
yeah.
So, which brings me to, yes, I need to remember not to talk really loudly as we're in the same room. I wonder if we could like pin up a blanket or something just to sound dampen between us.
Honestly, I think your mic's just very sensitive.
Oh yeah, I think
I
so
can
too.
drop a dice over here and I hear it, no problem. You could probably like somehow find a setting to make it dead zone so that it doesn't record under a certain like.
Fair enough.
Where's the button?
It's 7 o'clock, James. So, which brings us to present day, which I believe. Oh, and another sad reason why Khalüin's not here. I believe it is the 27th of Solari, 10:37 AT. The morning dawns but our parties cannot see it as they're leaving the town of Veilbridge. Hello. Blackmere. Wow. Wes forgets his own world. 27th of Solari is also the day of the second arcane purge. Fun fact. Khalüin's not here for me to say something about it, so I'm just going to tell you as a fun fact. It's not really fun, but as our party is leaving, it's not dawn, it's mid-afternoon. As you guys are crossing the bridge, you see the fog beginning to form behind you, slightly obscuring and then completely obscuring the town of Blackmere as you guys cross this bridge and down a few steps and up the cave trail that leads up to the surface of the mainland of the Darian Empire. As you guys begin to head
Oh, it looks
up
like
up the road. Pardon?
looks like we may be heading towards the area where we fought. I don't think it was the Gorgonto, but maybe the other big guy we fought towards the beginning. Because wasn't that over towards those forests near Palos?
you guys in the forest between Palos and Lulara, you guys ambushed
Yeah.
Wrath the Butcher and his
Oh,
Hatchco
okay.
drug supply.
Yeah, we did a lot of stuff just
Episode.
over in that area without ever going to Palos.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
over there is also where
true.
we fought. Not the Gorgon Toad, 'cause I think that was elsewhere, but
The Gorgon Toad was over near New Warren City.
yeah, in those swamps there.
That
Yeah,
reminds
but
me,
I think
Khalüin
this is
still
where we
remembers the bounty for that.
fought either the giant or the whatever it wasn't a
Oh
giant. It
yes,
was
the
like
giant was a little more down south in
Yeah.
that bigger clump of forest.
Yeah.
Jesus'
Okay,
first
yeah,
combat.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Well, as you guys head up the path, passing by the Blood Moon Inn, seeing it in its
Oh,
shitty
is
state.
that a guy we want to talk to? But hold on, I gotta talk with the part. Guys, do you think like do we know the thing is I gotta think, do you guys like out of character here, do you think we know that old guy enough for to see if he has any information about anything we want to do? Not necessarily tell him that we're looking for the tier, but like see if he has any information.
Like the old
I
guy
mean,
down
we
at the barn.
could.
Yeah. Like, cause I'm trying to remember our conversation with him. He definitely knew some. Oh yeah, remember? Oh, Khalüin isn't even here to tell us, cause he kind of talked to you like he knew about your patron, which is. Wait, does everybody else know who that is? That like who your deity is, Khalüin or Liam?
No, I don't think they know. They just know Kavalis showed up. And
Yeah. Okay, so we probably wouldn't think to go talk to him about like Kavala stuff, right?
yeah,
Or like because I'm trying to remember the conversation we had.
Did you tell them about what went on in your head after the bar scene?
I don't think he did.
no, because I think we played it off that I don't remember it too much. The only thing I
Oh.
know, or no, I didn't tell them because I wanted to keep that side of things hidden from everybody
Mhm.
Ah,
because I
Shit.
didn't
So
want
yeah,
them to
probably
get
not worth.
mixed in and then look what happened.
As much as I think like out of character he might, I don't think we can make an in character excuse to see like, oh, this old dude might be able to help us, right?
Yeah.
So let's just continue then.
it's a good idea, but no, you're right. As you pass by the shoddy old town of Old Durham, as you head up the road and pass by, and you can just see on the edge of the horizon, you can see the towering walls of Aria as you guys head up the path and down, as you see the large spanning the large forest that spans the entire eastern coast of New Daria. As you guys pass through where you guys fought Wrath the Butcher and his Sons of Osiris goons, and head towards the outer walls are only about 10 feet high, and they're not really walls, they're more cutouts of walls as they just span from the edge of the forest around, as the dense forest, they believe, is enough protection, as well as having the sea towards their back. Their outer defenses are more naturally inclined, rather than having to build up walls like Aria being in the middle of the plains. You guys pass by, you see New Darian guards, vanguards towering overhead, watching you as with their long muskets in their arms, as they watch you as they pass by and continue their conversations. As you enter through the large
What color?
Gate? Oh, I guess not a gate if there's a arch.
arch. Thank you. As you pass through the large marble arch into the inner parts of the city, you see the city layout itself is a lot more smartly planned than a lot of the older cities that are around. Palos is the youngest city in New Daria, and so the roads are a lot more the square patterns. Large towering buildings built of a clean, beautiful marble. The lights, the beaming sun beaming overhead as you pass by. Beautiful beds of flowers and small white picket fences and you see housing complex of just children playing amongst themselves. They're kicking around this ball towards each other. You see a few with sticks carved into swords as Tobin feels a glimmer of remembrance as he remembers back in his youth with the stones with the wooden sword that your father carved for you. As you see these two boys playing swords in the street as you walk by. It just taking in just the grandiose of the city. It's not as much as it's very similar to the New Orleans city layout. It's not as claustrophobic. The whites really help let the air breathe through, and the obviously the lack of fumes from the factories. As you five are walking through the city of Palos.
I just have to say that for my character, my orange scales aren't there. You just see my wooden brown skin right now.
Oh, okay. That's neat.
Jonathan, like, seeing that the sun is out, he's just like hiding in his cloak. Because, giant fireball in the sky.
He's afraid of the sun.
Well, I mean, if
Are
he's
you
afraid
afraid of the
fire,
sun?
and it's a giant
I don't
fireball,
think
I think
It doesn't look like fire from that distance, you know what I mean? I think that would
Okay,
be a
would it
very
just
funny
be
I
like-
also
visual,
think
but
they don't have the science to know what the sun is at that point in time.
yeah.
Okay.
Bro,
So I
the only
think you're
person afraid
fine
of the
to
sun
not-
here is me.
Yeah, don't step on Argolin's toes. He's afraid of the sun.
Although
I'm
I
afraid
do
of
have
the
to
fucking sun
interject,
'cause it
considering they
blinds
do
my
have
ass.
sunstroke, so in terms of magic, they have some idea, at least.
Well, they know it's hot, and they know you get sunstroke from the sun. Like I think that's all that means.
Well,
like,
whatever,
Before
it's
we
fine.
debate
connected that,
the
hey, I'm
the
out in the
knowledge of
sun
the
all day.
universe,
Whatever, it's fine. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So our weird group was not stopped by the armed guards near the outside of the thing. I was that's good. It makes our lives easier, but or maybe the emperor just like drew up a little picture of us, little like stick figures, but you can just tell who it is. Like, these guys saved me. They're cool. I know he's not in this city, but like his kingdom, so they've got like the wanted posters, and then next to it just pictures of the emperor's favorite people. They're cool.
Honestly, I think right now, out
you're
of everyone,
wanted in a good way.
I think right now,
Wanted,
everyone
want
in
in
the
your town.
group, Deez is probably the cleanest, most normal dressed person at the moment.
Hey, my armor's pretty shiny.
I don't have a mask anymore.
Yeah, but you're stained with blood.
That's
No, I'm pretty sure that blood got cleaned at one point.
Oh yeah.
I
remember
think
that.
it was
Right.
your first meeting of knees. He was like, "Oh, you seem to have dirt on your clothes or whatever," and just like wisp it away. And you're like, "What? No!"
And then also her scars faded and stuff.
Yeah, but I gotta do shit.
You got a hat and a cool neck tattoo. You just look like a punk.
So where do we go, guys? Has anybody been to Palos?
Nope.
We gotta find. Does any of this look do any of the buildings around that we see as we're walking around look like Lorekeeper? You know what I mean? We know their kind of colors and what their base looks like in what is it, Black Mirror? They have their little hideout or whatever, like that big building or the clock tower, or whatever. Wasn't that Lorekeeper? I don't know.
These notes are looking
Do
for
we
the
see?
Lorekeeper, right?
Oh yeah, maybe he would know. Like so,
I'll
yeah.
say, yeah. You've been on a bunch of missions around, and I'll say, yeah. You know where to find the Holy Lorekeeper. You can find her at Pelor's Temple, the largest temple dedicated to Pelor in all of the Boundless Shores.
I mean, closest thing to Palos that I've ever been is this ring. Pointing to my ring of Pelor.
Well, if you're looking for the Lorekeeper, we need to go for the. Why did I do that accent? I guess I'm sticking with it. Whatever.
It's kind of pretty nice to me.
We got to go to the biggest temple for Pelor imaginable. It's this way.
Looking around, do I see any steeples?
You'll know it when you
Spot
see it.
check for you, my friend Tobin.
I think he said he
Names.
was leading us. I don't know if I need a spot. He said this way, so I was just kind of.
Oh, okay. Do you have knowledge local?
Do I have knowledge local?
Yeah.
I have all the knowledges, so yes.
Awesome. Give me a knowledge local.
That is a
With advantage
18.
because you've been
Oh,
here.
with advantage?
All right, never
Okay.
mind. 18
yeah,
works.
18, because the second roll wasn't that one.
Ooh.
Good thing I have a
All
plus
right,
11.
yeah, 18.
God damn it! No,
So yeah, 18 for local.
As knees, I was like, follow me this way. You know, you begin to weave down a few blocks as you walk by. You know, lots of flowers in this kingdom. You like the closest thing you've seen this is what has came through from the Fey realm when you guys saved the Fey kingdom from the ambushers. As you pass by, you see a young couple walking by with a stroller as they politely nod to you as they walk by, and as you walk by and just peeking over the blocks, you see a large tower with a clock and the large spire going up, and on the spire you see like it's the clock tower, and above on the clock tower you see a statue of Pelor with his hands up to the sky, or his one hand up to the sky and his other hand down towards the center in the square. As you guys are turning the corner, you see this large center in the square, as you see the market ringing around a large fountain in the center. As you walk by the different vendors, you know, fresh fruit and vegetables and small toys and ponchos, and specifically ponchos.
It's sorry. I think I know what you're referring to because I just recently watched the TikTok you sent.
Thank you.
Also, is there like a vendor specifically for flowers, at least like orange blossom?
Yeah, as you walk by, you see an elderly woman sitting behind a purple cloth vendor stall as she smiles at you. Hello, dear.
I only buy flowers from carts, thank you.
Hello, I would like one orange blossom, please.
One orange blossom. For you, my dear, free of charge.
Thank you. I take it, give it a good sniff, and then stick it behind my ear.
Have a lovely day.
And you as well.
So you
I was just gonna
go
say,
ahead.
I look back at everything. Okay, let's get going again.
You walk down the end of the stretch and down towards the further street as you see this the Temple of Pelor spans 2 blocks worth. The massive spire with the statue as the front entrance with pillars rising up um, around in a semicircle towards the large double doors that are propped open. You see decorated on the side are statues of the 3 gods: Ragnar, Palos, Pelor, Ragnos, Pelor. I know my own lore. Ragnar, Pelor, Angor. I know my own lore, I swear.
Are you sure it's not Anghos?
As you see the 2 double doors propped open as the 5 of you peer inward to see statues of angels dotting down before the room opens up into the large main churchy area. I don't remember what it's called. Auditorium thing. I don't think it'd be called an auditorium. That's a modern term.
Cathedral? Nope, that is the opposite of modern.
I just thought sanctuary.
Yeah, you know where all the pews are.
Church.
Sure, the
Monastery?
main church in you guys know where I'm talking
Yeah.
about. The
Yeah.
place where all the pews are.
Before I walk in, I want to place the flower that I got at the base of Pelor statue.
I'll place my ring of Pelor as well. If that's allowed, of course.
Yes, it is very allowed as you two place down the flower and the ring. See the bright sun overhead. Jonathan, as you you know, the biggest thing that you've taken in this place is the nature and the beauty of this place is, seeing the different types of flowers, and some you've seen from home, some you've never seen before, and you just feel enlightened.
Yeah, nice.
Knees. I got nothing. I will have some, but I got nothing right now. As place the flower in the ring and begin to enter into the chapel. No, I got nothing.
Chapel said it right.
Maybe the room with all the pews. Y'all know what I'm talking about. As you see the room with all the pews, you see all the pews lined up towards the front, where it has like a small golden just divider. It's not really a gate, but it's a divider. Like, hey, please don't cross here, but if you do, we're not really stopping. I don't know.
It's a chapel.
It's a polite gate. And behind that, you see a large God, words are not coming to my brain right now. You know, the place where they put the book.
Pulpit?
The pedestal?
Pedestal. Thank you. You see I mean, that kind of works.
Lectern.
Lectern. You see a large lectern. Thanks, guys. I love playing the game. Oh, let's guess the word Wes is thinking about.
Dude, I'm a pro. I get them
Bro,
all.
bro, does the D in DM stand for dyslexic? Jesus Christ.
Probably. See the lectern, and behind that you see a large golden statue of Paylor with his arms stretched outward, as you see around his neck is it's a golden chain with a large circular, like it's supposed to, it kind of like, it's like a really big necklace. It's like absurdly big for a necklace, but it's, so then like the large disc that's on it, so then it has uh, 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 a drawing of a tear with rays of sunshine, and on the bottom flowers growing from this tear, as the tear is radiating these rays of sunshine. As you five standing at the entrance, we're going to take a quick minute, and we'll see you in a second.
No.
Give me more than a second. My mouse decided to stop working for a second.
As the five of you are on the front stoop, peering into the double doors that are propped open. The double doors. It's very fun to say fast. What do you do?
Would I know exactly where the Lorekeeper stays at this time?
Probably not.
Well,
That might be something above your pay grade,
well,
but you know she's found here.
this is as far as I can go. All I know is she's known to be around here.
Is there like any sort of like staff? Like I don't know if they're like pastors. Like I know it's a church, but I know it's not our kind of church, right? So like, is there some sort of staff around that we could ask?
Yes. Now I'm just trying to word it. Sorry, guys. My brain's just not with me today.
All of a sudden, you see the priest come out of the confession box. No.
It's okay.
Somebody just murdered someone!
My brain just works 0% of the time. It's all good.
Yep.
Yeah, join the club.
Yeah. You see a couple of, I don't know what they would be called. I don't want to say nuns. I don't want to say monks. But they're clergy. That's a good word.
Women of the church. Clergy is nice.
Clergy. Men and women, anyone can serve under Paylor. He's
Sisters
a
of
chill
the Cloth.
guy.
I'm gonna sit there and meditate and focus on Paylor.
Good. Roll me a concentration check as you all look around to see a couple of the church staff perusing about.
I go walk up to one.
Let's see. You see a younger dwarvish man in an all white tunic with a gold sash around his waist. He's got his hair cut real short, and he's got a small Paylor's tear earring in his ears, as he says,
Dripped out.
tripped out. Now I kind of want Paylor's tear earrings too. What
But
That
like
sounds drippy as
because
fuck.
it's a tear.
Oh, amazing.
God damn it.
I got a 23 on that concentration check.
All right, you are concentrating hard as you walk up to the young dwarvish man. He says, hello.
I'm gonna walk up too, but you can talk.
Hello. It's quite a nice day out today.
It is a blessed day indeed.
Indeed. I was wondering if you could tell us where we could find the Holy Lorekeeper. We would like an audience.
You seek an audience with the Lorekeeper. Well, fortunately, the Holy is in today. I will go and inquire if she's in a meeting or if she will be available to see you. Is there a title you all are known by to?
I'm gonna sigh. She might know us as the normals.
The Normals. All right, easy to remember. Just wait here one moment. As he goes off and uh, begins to mutter something to another staff member, and they begin to walk off.
Could I do a listen check to see what they said?
Sure,
Can I do a sense motive because I don't trust anybody?
sure.
That would be a 26 for listen.
I got a 12 for my sense motive.
It's a blessed day indeed. As you peer into their conversation, you hear the normals are asking for an audience with the Holy Lorekeeper. Can you see if she's in? Yes. Of course. Just give me. I'll be right back in one moment. They scurry off.
Oh, I guess I don't really need to keep clarifying this, but I do have my mage hand writing things down in the book as I normally do.
Of course. Anything particular you're writing about?
Just what I'm observing. Just keep in any detail that may seem important, especially for K.
All right. As Yonatan, you sit and you contemplate on Palor. You hear a small crackle of fire. You hear a cool breeze. You hear dull waves lapping on the shores. You hear the trees groan and creak in the wind. As you hear these trees, the wind begins to pick up as the breeze begins to sway these trees, and then the crackle of fire begins to burn a little bit brighter as the waves as they're lapping into the shore, further grasping onto the edges of the earth. As the tides roll back in and lap once more, you hear this crackle, and you hear this crackle more. And then you don't hear anything. As you feel a chill upon your neck, as your body seems paralyzed in fear and in focus, as you remember feeling so close to the Everdark, feeling the empty nothing of the darkness. And you remember hearing the splinters and the cracks in the Staff of Varus, and you remember you try to remember the beautiful glow that was once in your emerald, but now reduced to a dull stone. It's you try to focus on peace and nothing, and you feel nothing but the raging tides, the cracking of the branches, the blazing of the fire, the roars of the wind. You cannot find peace. As the staff returns once more and says, you are in luck. She is in today. If you will all just please follow me. But as to our customs, we do not allow weapons into our church.
Would I know
I am-
Ordolin's like hand-to-hand combat? Actually, no, I would because I've seen the combat, right?
Yeah.
So I immediately turned to Golan. It's like, sorry, old chap. Seems like you got to stay behind.
Owen's gonna chuckle.
Does my cane sword pass?
You could try and sneak it in, but that's up to you. If you want to get caught with a weapon when they told you no weapons, it's really your call.
I'm gonna take it with me, but I'm not gonna like make it obvious that it's a sword.
I immediately hand over my weapon. It's like, of course, I see no need
Yeah,
for
is
these.
there somewhere we can keep them, or can you put them somewhere for us?
Yes, if just leads you over to a chest and unlocks. It's a big enough chest to fit all your goods and all your gear and even
Yeah, is my
shed off your packs and stuff and put it in there.
is my armor okay?
Well, if you would be more comfortable to take it off, you could always take it off. But if you would feel more comfortable leaving it on, I would not force you to, unless
I'll just look at the group and be like, as long as you guys are okay waiting a minute while I take it off.
No worries. I'm gonna keep my cane because I have a bit of a sore knee today.
All right.
So yeah, I'll doff my armor, put my sword in the chest as well. And
Would these recognize that cane?
The cane of Cain.
where did she get it again? Was it
No.
It was a side shop.
Yeah, so probably not. Because I don't think you've seen her use it either. Because you aren't always with us, and that was probably
But I
after
don't
the last
And my
time you
think
were.
you would know the
weapon is
history of it.
basically a big
Okay.
staff, so like he would believe that I do have a bad knee. So, for me at least, that makes sense for me. I don't know.
I had
I
a
see.
staff at one point. Then it got turned to ashes, just like everything else in my life.
And being depressy since his weird feeling at the pews. You good, Jonathan?
No!
Well, let's go see the holy. Maybe that'll cheer you out. I just kind of look at everybody like, what's his problem? What color is your hair?
Blue. Like a midnight
Deep blue.
blue
Yeah,
at this
I got
point.
you.
Oh, let's
I
refer to
figured.
the chart.
Refer to the hair color chart.
Yeah.
As you are led down a few hallways and through a smaller chapel, as we figured out on the break is the right word, and a smaller chapel as you pass through that and through a smaller corridor and off to a side room. You enter into this circular office. You see a desk in the center, as you see a few statues that line the wall. A few of them have just clothes and stuff over it. Yeah, you see a few open chests, just with stuff kind of spewing out of it. This office looks lived in. from what you see. It as you see sitting behind the desk, a dark skinned woman with her hair tied up, her curly hair tied up into a large bun on the back, being held by a circular gold ring. You see her blue robes with the golden trim and the golden sash around. Uh, she sits in her desk, reading through a scroll as you enter through. My friends, it has been a while. It is good to see you. What has brought you to my office? She kind of looks around and just kind of tries to organize her desk a little bit to be like, I have my shit together.
Well, we'd love to say that this is a social call, but unfortunately it's not. We are here on business, but more so personal business than actual business. We recently uh we haven't really I'm trying to think here because we haven't like discussed if we want to like tell her everything. Uh
Do you want to sidebar that conversation out in the hallway?
Just
Yeah.
before
Or
we
do you
go
want to
in, we'll
just go
prep
for
that.
it?
I just want to think. Uh yeah, hold on just a minute.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say,
you were discussing this as the staff was
yeah, I'm
walking up
cool with that. Yeah.
towards. Is you're discussing between yourselves what you want to tell the holy.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. So, guys, since we're here, I realize we haven't talked. Do we tell her everything, or do we just ask about information about the tier? Do you think we can trust her as much as she is the holy? These aren't necessarily good intentions to have to do with the tier. What do you guys think?
Well, I may not know you all too well, but I fear that if you want to save your friend, you should at least inquire about it here and say that it may be in grave danger.
That's good. That's a good
Of
spot.
importance.
I like you. I like you, Knees. You're smart.
Ouch.
Um, may I also mention that if the Holy Lorekeeper does have the whole lore in her collection, then she may know she may know what might happen anyways.
um,
I think last resort tell her, but don't tell her if you
yeah.
don't.
So ask about the tier, saying that it's possibly in danger and maybe that our friend is also like relatedly in danger, and just kind of maybe see what we can learn about the tier sort of thing, and
Mhm.
like why I won't even say his name in such a such a holy place, but why he may want it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's do that then. So then, yeah, we'll walk in. We've gotten to the point where we were. So I said, yeah, so this isn't necessarily personal business, but we were hoping you could tell us a little bit more about Paylor's tier, because through our dealings, we've learned that it may be possibly in danger.
As she has like an excited look on her face as you mention Pelor's here, and as soon as you say danger, she immediately has a concerned look on her face and says, I don't think it would be in danger. It's as far as I've last checked, it's locked up safely in the Emperor's vault.
It is now, but we've gotten to a point where we believe some not so good people
Who?
want it in their possession.
What do you know? The Empire must know this and make defenses. This is a powerful artifact we're talking about here. It's
The issue with that is our friend, as you notice, we're missing a folk, may also be in related danger. So for the sake of his safety, we're just trying to figure out what we can about the tier. We know it's safely locked up, but if it were to, what we're kind of asking is like, if it were to get into foul hands, how could it be used?
I couldn't think of something so good to be used maliciously. The Palor's Tear has incredible healing properties and has um, strange reactions to plants, causing them to grow and blossom and and fast track their season cycle. And but we've also noticed that it has the ability that to able to we've only seen it in small rodents, but the ability to resurrect them.
Um, could I do it, roll a sense motive to see if they're letting, like, they know more than they're laying on for the whole time we're talking?
Yeah.
Uh, where is there it is. That would be a 25.
25. She seems genuinely excited when she talks about the tier, but she seems concerned to the danger. As far as hiding anything, I think you can tell she's telling you the truth. But obviously she may know more details than she's letting in. But from what you can tell, she seems very genuine in what she's telling you.
So you've seen healing and resurrection on small scales. Is there any way to determine, or based on what you know or have seen, I don't know what you how long it's been locked there, or what you have
Yeah.
seen personally, but it is it believed to only be possible on a small scale?
Well, no. Um, that's kind of half my job when I'm not worrying about the lore and the magic of the Boundless Shores. That's my job. I am the lead curator on the research of the Palor's Tier. I have since its discovery. I obviously I'm not that old since its discovery, but since strange occurrences began to arise, I was brought in, which is actually why I was fast tracked up and was offered a position on the Lorekeeper's Council. Was my research into the Palor's Tier, and I got to go in at very young. I think I was only 16, I think, when they first brought me on, but they knew the abilities and my prowess at such a young age. They brought me in and I began to research this tier, but I only researched into what they allowed me to research. But I have I couldn't sit here all day and tell you, the theories I have written down of what it truly can be done, because yeah, is it known in its current state um to only work on a small scale? Yes, but look at its creation. It remade New Daria. So I think it has the capabilities of doing anything.
When you say strange circumstances, is there anything more you can tell us about that, or is that like?
Oh, well, they noticed, within the vault, they noticed, the trees and the roots around it, they begin to dig in and bore holes into the walls into the walls of the vault, and so they brought and they saw that it was reacting weirdly to the plants as even as these roots were growing in, it was growing another tree out of the root. It was almost a jungle back there until they unfortunately had to remove it all.
So, if Palor's tear has the power to like change everything, if it has the power to change the whole country or continent or whatever, do you think that the force of evil could shape this world however it would see fit?
That's What's the tear in danger from? I'm telling you the whole truth. But you need to be honest with me.
Well,
What's happening?
if the thing is, you say if it were in danger, the Empire would have to take measures to protect it, and if our worry is if measurable and detectable defenses were put in place, it could put more in danger, if not end the life of our friend. And that's not something we're willing to let happen.
But we can't let this tear be moved from where it is.
That's good. No, it's good if it's safe where it is.
But if
That's
you
good.
say it's in danger, we need to take measures and
Listen, if you add more security to something, people are going to notice, people are going to talk, and if that gets around to the wrong people, then
who
that'll
are the
only
wrong
draw more
people?
attention to it.
Tell me. I am not your enemy.
I am well aware that you are not our enemy. However, we give you any details about what this danger is that will only put our friend in danger, and I am not letting any more of my family die.
So on that note, if we were to fill you in, can you promise that you will do your best to ensure that no more harm, no, that anything that's done is in a way that would not harm our friend, in a way maybe in exchange for this information, you help us the best you can.
She takes a very long time to think about what you said. She takes a deep breath and says, "Nothing leaves this room until we are all satisfied with the decisions that have been made."
I'll kind of look back to
Now,
my friends, because at this point I'm at the forefront. I'm probably either like standing near the front or whatever. I kind of look back. I'm like, give them a nod and see if you guys like nod back, sort of thing. Like,
What petty objects does she have? Like what tiny little objects with no value at all are on her desk right now?
that's
Because I want to prove a point.
just an object?
Just any object that's worth nothing.
You see a wood carving of a duck.
I throw the duck carving out of the room.
what?
Like just
What are you
gently
doing?
toss it out of the room.
Why did you do that, Yonatan?
Because see, something left this room. You said nothing would leave this room until we came to an agreement, and something just left this room. So.
I'm gonna just walk over silently and close the door. And then, so I'm gonna kind of look at you guys again, like, giving you a look like, are we cool with this?
I'd appreciate if you grabbed my duck.
I'll grab the duck before I close
you.
the door, yeah.
As
I'm gonna grab the duck, close the door, and then put it back on her desk and kind of look at my friends again and be like, sound good to you guys?
as he's doing this, I'm gonna walk up to the Lorekeeper. Excuse me, Your Holiness. It seems like they need these to go as quickly as possible, and if I may interject, and I pull out the sending stone. This was placed into my pocket. I am good at what I do, and I didn't even notice this was placed here. If they can get this in, just imagine what they can do.
Before we get started, I am going to take 2 measures, one on your end and one on mine. My dear friend Drow, what is your name? I apologize.
Name's Orgolan.
Orgolan, can you please utter the words, "Do you swear by oath of a king"?
Do you swear by oath of the king?
As you all feel a rush of energy, as you all feel a zone of truth casted in this room.
We all get a will save against that, just so you know.
You all can will save against it if
yeah.
you would choose to do so, but the caster or Golan knows if you're lying.
The caster and Orgolan?
No, I
or
think they're
the
saying,
caster
or
knows?
she
The
made Orgolan
caster,
cast
comma,
it.
or Golan, comma, knows if you're lying. So yes, it's just Orgolan.
I'm going to attempt a will save.
What do we have to beat?
I also need to make a roll.
So
Not
now that this
including
done,
that.
I'll ask one more time. Is
Oh,
this
nice.
like I'm asking you guys, my friends? Is this agreeable to everyone? What you just said,
Yes.
where nothing
Yes.
is okay. So I'm gonna.
I need a quick second. I'm about to fucking piss my pants.
Okay.
Okay. So those of you who rolled past, James chooses not to roll, and the Holy also chooses not to roll.
All right. So with this being a desk, does she have seats for like guests to sit, even if it's just like one or two, like across from her desk? I don't know if she's
One moment. She just kind of sighs and says, "Darlings, I'm on your side."
Yeah, personally not a very trustworthy person, so sorry.
Well, I have no information to share with people who choose to lie to me.
No one said I was lying. That's the truth.
Do not underestimate my niceties for my magical prowess. I told him to cast a spell. Do you not think I would be aware if you choose to overcome it?
What are you guys
I'm
doing?
cool, you know. I have no issue with you knowing. I have nothing to hide. I just don't trust people. Straight fact.
Technically, you should be really bluff because you do have something to hide.
Thanks, Liam.
I'm sorry. You're currently carrying a sword.
Guys, this is our best chance. If you're not going to abide by what's placed here, just leave the room so we can. I still want this information for the sake of Khalüin. So.
I'll hang in the background, but I'm not leaving.
every intention of telling the truth, no matter
Then
what.
why resist her spell or whatever she said? I'm still
Because
like
I
Tobin's
don't-
still being new to like magic.
Because I don't need a zone of truth to tell the truth. I feel like I can tell the truth without
Well,
being compulsed to.
not that I know how. I didn't resist your spell. I don't know. Like he says all confused like he's gonna so are there seats there? Yes, no, like
She waves her hand and a few seats up here.
okay. I'm gonna sit down and say we on our recent journeys we learned that we've learned about some of the demigods, specifically Jeshima and Kavalis. And our friend. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna wait. Those sending stones, are they only a link between two stones, or is there any sort of funny business that can go on with those?
May I see them?
I'm gonna give her. I know Knees has one. Can I have your stone?
I immediately give it.
And who is the other one?
I have that.
Beckett.
Can I have that?
Sure, I'll toss it to him.
And then I'm gonna kind of put them on the table.
She's gonna. She grabs a holy symbol and puts it between them and rests her palms over the two stones. And no external chain, just between the two.
Good, because we didn't just learn about these demigods within the last week or 2 weeks or within the last month we've known each other. I think specifically the last 2 weeks, but I don't feel like trying to remember. But we met both of them, and our meeting with Kavalis was when our friend was captured, and he gave us an ultimatum of we give him the tier, we get the tier for him and give it to him, or he kills our friend.
Oh. So the situation is more grave than I fear.
From what you told us, I don't know what his motives are. And I don't think even if I were to talk to him, I could find the real ones. But you say resurrection, and we also know that the darkness is beginning to stir, as I'm sure you would know some being a Lorekeeper about the convergences and whatnot that have taken place recently.
We
And
have been
that's
keeping an eye, yes.
and that's what you saying this is what I fear he may want with it. I don't know. It was a very brief.
Could he resurrect? Does he seek?
The king of the Everdark, maybe?
Just the ever.
Perhaps no.
Or some other. I don't know what. You probably know the Pantheon better than we do. We've met some
The only
dragons, but
thing I can think powerful and dead is was Zodak the Destroyer, but no. No, this mustn't. If that's his goal, then I Oh no. So what's the play?
That's why we're here. We need to figure out a way. Well, first of all, it's good that as far as you believe the tier is safe currently, but we need to find a way
To
that
the
we
demigod of deceit, he's give me one moment as she goes and sprints out of her chair and searches through just a stack of books as she lines through, and as you'd think she just gonna move on to the next stack. No, she smacks it over and begins to move to the next one, smacks it over, grabs one out, books topple everywhere. One lands on Argolin's foot as she comes back and starts flipping through this book. Perhaps each of the demigods have a tether, something keeping them here between the powers of the Everdark and within the mortal plane.
like Jeshima's tower.
Precisely, yeah. Yes,
We
she looks back kind of impressed.
we just met her. When I said we met her, I meant we sealed her back in her tower, which she also happens to be my mother. Man, this zone of I'd look at her going. This zone of truth is crazy.
No shit.
Kind of like a therapist when you say the most fucked up shit, she just like stunned for a moment. Wow, that's a lot to unpack.
Literally and metaphorically, yes.
So, what's a liar's most prized possession?
Liar's most prized possession. The being able to, or the tongue. Yeah, that's. But being able
The
to.
greatest weapon is the tongue. What is its most prized possession?
Most prized possession.
Would Dees technically know this? I'm trying to rack my brain. When Dees knows this?
Probably not.
And she sees you kind of going back into your notes and kind of thinking, "Love, you're thinking too hard about it. It's a riddle. Solve my riddle, and you'll know what you're looking for." Cavalis' spire is not.
Trust.
We don't know an exact location, but I can give you a start. It's known to be very cold, and it's known to be very, very harsh and beyond mountain ranges.
Do they like? So this is what's keeping him in the Boundless Shore. So it's in this realm. Yes.
It's his tether, so yes, it is within
Okay.
this realm.
Well, so you're suggesting we somehow find a way to seal him as well?
Solve my riddle, and you'll know what to find.
Sure, but not right this second. Okay, I made chicken.
So sorry, what were we saying here? We're saying, oh, so solve the riddle and we'll know. But no, but I'm saying, so if we We want the liar's greatest possession. That's the answer to our riddle. Whatever the answer to our riddle is, you're saying that will help us, like,
That will help put a stop to the threat at hand.
Okay. I guess while we're on this topic, since we've already had trouble with these two, is there anything you can tell us about the third demigod? It seems this book's on that topic.
Osiris. The eldest. He has the most written history. Probably among anyone. Because he's been in the Boundless Shores the longest. His tether, unknown. But, he's made such an impact on the world, and that even our world's greatest crime syndicate is named after him.
And being the sons of Osiris? Yes,
In fact,
we've dealt with them a little bit.
wow, you have been around the world.
Oh, yeah, I
Amazing.
suppose.
So young and still have experienced so much, young knight.
Yeah. It's turning into quite the adventure. And I think I started just trying to become a knight in Valebridge, and now all this. So
Powers.
So is that all you had? Are you saying like we don't know the name of this riddle, or are you just saying you can't tell us? Or like,
I believe in you, young adventurers.
You said something about magic being an anchor, potentially.
what?
Lorekeeper, did you say magic can be used as an anchor to tie being of darkness to the realm?
No, the spires are the anchor that keep them in the realm.
Gotcha. Okay.
And there's something within the spire that is the answer to this riddle that the Lorekeeper is sending you to.
Does it have to be tangible? Like, is it a physical thing?
It can be taken in two ways.
Because I would think a liar's most powerful possession would be his lies, his ability to manipulate.
But I would think that a lie is to deflect, to hide. So
Shadow?
what would the lie be hiding away? Its most
So
prized possession.
his most prized possession is his truth.
That's what I said.
You're almost there. I believe in you, young adventurers, but I
Listen,
can't think of any more information that I can tell you to find his spire.
sense motive.
Or Golan.
He's in his zone of truth.
Yeah. Zone of truth. Just ask Orgolan if she's lying.
Orgolan.
She is in fact not lying, Orgolan.
No, she's good.
Okay, could I do anything to see if she's like, well, she said it, so.
So knowing all this, this is you saying instead of having to necessarily put more reinforcements or whatever on the protection of the tier, as long as we can figure this out and do something with his spire, you won't have to do that so our friend can remain safe.
If you folks are wrapped up into this, what do you think is best?
As much as I care about him not getting possession of the tier, I don't, even if that says end of the world, we're not living in a world without our friend. So as much as I value the realm's protection, it's on the exact same tier as protection of Khalüin.
She pulls out a small stone and begins to enchant a rune over your 2 sending stones and a 3rd sending stone as she scribes in the runes. She begins to incantate some arcane spells. She says, I'm on your line. Tell me everything. Nothing leaves this room. I know nothing. The tier is safe. Tell me everything.
Yes, ma'am.
She pockets the stone and hands the stones back to the other 2. Well, is there anything else I can help you folk with?
If it
Who-
wouldn't be too much, Your Holiness, could I inquire a copy of the research of the stone?
I unfortunately cannot give that information out. I wish. I do. I have books. I have many books. I have 5 books of notes written on everything that I've written about this item, and I still, they don't let me learn more. But I can't. My hands are tied on that one, and I am telling the truth as she gestures towards Orgolan.
Very well.
what is Zodak the Destroyer?
Zodak is the Black Dragon of the South. He is the most powerful of the Eldar dragons, which is why in the time before time, even before the first convergence, they killed Zodak.
And so you fear if he were to want something to do with resurrection, he would resurrect.
As far as my line of thought goes, that's the only possibility.
How
I
much?
see.
Sorry, I interrupt you.
I was just saying I see. Go ahead.
How much do you know of the dragons of old?
It's a good question.
Pardon me?
How much do you know of the dragons of old?
Well, I wrote one of my graduating papers on it when I left Elra. I know a bit.
So is that public knowledge that you could maybe give us a copy of your notes on? Because we know some about dragons. We actually have met 2 or 3, I suppose. 2 of them being what I believe is what you're calling Eldar dragons.
I've also met an Eldar dragon. It was one of my greatest days on the Boundless Shores.
It's a Tuesday for us. Sorry. What dragon did you meet?
Name? Guys, I know my own lore, I swear. Jesus Christ. Paylor above.
Just thinking earlier, like, how do you say Jesus Christ in this world?
Technically, it would depend on your religion in this world, or you could just say gods above.
Yeah, but I do like. I feel like most people, at least in New Daria, would probably say like Palor above because he saved their continent.
Yeah.
So it sounds
No?
like it's at least not a dragon we met if he has to pull a name, which is interesting. Or is it one we met? Because we could help you with name.
No.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know why I didn't remember that.
Oh, you got it now?
You'd think I'd remember that. I've had one encounter with Arcanos, the purple dragon.
I could have told you that one. I had that
No,
one
I'm
sitting in my head the
sorry.
whole time, but you said it
My
wasn't.
bad.
The keeper of the scrolls of time. We know that, right? I'm pretty sure we were told that.
Yes, yes, you know that. Yes, you do know your history. Very good. Yes, he um is the guardian of the scrolls of time.
Yeah,
It's
they haven't seemed to been on our side lately, and they keep telling us, "Oh, scrolls of time this, scrolls of time that."
well, you never reach the end of the book until you flip the page, right?
Suppose.
Would you
Anyways.
happen to know anything? And as I'm talking, the orange scales on me start to shimmer into existence. Anything about an orange dragon?
Gareth, the Eldar dragon, uh, guardian of
Leviosa.
Leviosa. Oh, and it's not even. Don't laugh. It's not even funny. Give me funny jokes. Fucking ass, bro. No. Boo. Everyone boo Owen. Go down
I
below and
immediately
boo Owen.
snickered.
Yo, Buka. Hey, fellow, boo.
Guardian
of the West. Not much is known about Gareth. He originally sided with Zodak during the Draconic Civil Wars, but after of the creation of the realms, he has laid dormant and hasn't made much movement, unfortunately.
So
But sometimes you still hear his songs if you listen to the earth close enough.
you saying anything to that, Knees, or can I talk?
Thank you for your information.
As he just Mage Hand writes down fiercely. We have met both Tyrael of the North and Varys. Is he like of the East, or does he not have a direction?
Varys is of the Southwest.
And Varys, the Green Dragon. Tobin wouldn't know. I've heard the Southwest part, so.
Yes, Varys. I have met Varys, the Green Dragon of the Southwest. I've been to his temple a couple of times.
That was pretty cool.
You have to take me on one of your adventures sometime. Wow.
They sound a lot more
Demigods
fun than
and dragons? You need not be concerned with the scrolls of time if you are meeting these important folk.
The trouble is, my staff of Varus kind of shattered into pieces, and the only thing I have left is the emerald, and even that is just a dull stone or a dull gem.
Yeah, we can't exactly explain what happened to it. It just kind of kaput.
How? What did you? What happened with it? What do you mean kaput? I have seen magic items backfire before, but the way that you're describing it, I don't recognize it.
To me, it looks like the life was just sucked out of it, but I'm sure Jonathan can tell you more.
Well, we were walking down the steps from Jeshima's spire, and as soon as I got down to the ground at the sickly-looking forest, the shaft of the staff just had these corrupted black vines or roots just wrap around it, and then the shaft just corroded and rotted away.
Almost like the opposite of what you told us the tear does to stuff.
This pales in comparison to any of the other celestials you've met. From the sounds of it, it sounds like you had an experience with the Everdark himself. So you see the color kind of leave her face as she just stares concerned. Did you feel anything? Did you hear anything?
When I tried to communicate with Varus that night, it didn't work. I just found this little seedling, and that was it. I can hand the seedling and the emerald to you for more study if you wish.
Unfortunately, the nature isn't exactly my area of expertise. I'm sorry, I don't know much druidcraft.
Yeah, I think she meant this is Tobin talking to you, by the way. I think she meant while the staff broke, as you hold it, did you hear or feel anything else?
Can I recall if I
Yes, you can. This is as you Jonathan's how he dealt with a lot of his problems was trying to forget it and force it down. This you can't. It's very prominent in your mind. You remember what the Everdark said to you, the cold dread that your body felt.
I just felt it. I just felt like a huge sense of dread, as if it was some sort of semi-physical manifestation of dread and hatred for life in general.
She reaches out and grabs your hand and mutters a couple prayers. Says, "Pelor guide you." Squeezes your hand.
He's already here.
You're like, he's already here, and then forget that your ring is in front of the statue.
Oh shit! Yeah, I have a ring of Pelor back at the statue, but it is appreciated nonetheless. I could really use it right now.
Is there Anything else I can help you with you folks today?
I don't really have anything else.
Well, I must return to my studies unless there's anything else we need to speak about.
Well, we have this stone you gave us, or you've connected your stone, so seems now we have open communication. So yes, anything of importance to this, we'll let you know immediately.
Please do.
Oh, I noticed that I've been, like, my druidic organization is, like, obviously leans more towards good, but, like, ever since that night with the Everdark and the Blue Spawn ambushers, I've been feeling like not just my magic, but me at my core has like evil has crept in, and I can feel it like seeping in more and more.
She goes and kind of reaches down and grabs a book and begins to flip through it. You know, that did spark an idea. Have you ever heard of the nature sages? A foretold council of people who practice druidic magic very closely. I wouldn't know where to find them personally.
Oh,
I've never.
we know where to find him. We were already told to go see him.
Well, if anything were to rekindle your inner balance, it would be to go to talk to them. Unfortunately,
Oh, she didn't react to me saying we already know where to find him at all.
she's just, after everything that
Fair
you've
enough.
been saying, she's just like, yeah, I believe you.
Yes. Gawain sent me to go find the sages.
The last night of Palor. I've heard many stories of him. But I must return to my studies.
We've got a demigod to kill. Or seal away.
I wish you luck on your journey.
And I wish you good luck on yours.
Palor be with you all. She gives you a
And
deep
also
bow.
with you. Sorry, and with your spirit.
Just to confuse John. As you all exit her study, we're going to take a break. We'll catch you in a moment. And we're back. Sorry, I was trying the freeze frame thing. I'm going to see if it works. And to see how close I was. Hi, welcome back. So, as we exit the large cathedral, the Cathedral of Palor, out into the streets of Palos. See, I got it this time. We catch up with our party. As unless anyone has anything else they want to do in the chapel, I'm just fine with fast tracking out to the streets.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna grab my ring of Palor.
Wah, 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 wah. You're like, I need this more than you do.
Well, I've got a blessing of Palor. I might as well
Yeah.
Gotta flip it back.
As you go back and check for your ring, you see around a wreath of orange flowers is a small bracer. With that Palor symbol on it.
Could I do an Arcana check to see if it has the same energy as my ring?
Sure.
Okay, new dice, don't fail me now. Okay, I don't. That's just intelligence. 16.
16. It has the same aura, but stronger.
Okay. And the ring is gone, I presume.
The ring is no longer there.
Okay, I shall take the bracer then.
As Nees, you step out and you just feel very centered. As every step that you take, you feel the earth connecting with you. And, it just feels one step closer to your goals. Just, you feel like you've learned nothing, but you've somehow feel as though you're on the right track. And it makes you feel centered and ready to face whatever comes next.
I stop, take a deep breath, just taking in everything. Let a content sigh and then keep moving forward.
Okay.
As
Oh,
we
what's
catch
up?
up with our party. Okay.
Okay, kind of finishing like strapping on all my stuff, well, like I already have it all on, but like, making sure it's all kind of strapped properly. It's a lot of pieces, more than I'm used to. I just and once I'm content with it, I just go, oh, all right. So what's the plan? We now know there's some sort of spire, and it's connected somehow to Kavalis through whatever a liar's greatest possession is. We don't have much else to go on, but we did learn of the third demigod, Osiris, and we know obviously he's got to have something to do with the sons of Osiris, right?
Yeah.
So what do we think? Is that a route we should pursue? Maybe see if somehow, as much bad luck as we've had with the other two demigods, do we think this is somehow we maybe want to find a way to talk to him or learn more about him in some way?
Yeah, it might help us figure out the answer to this riddle, too.
Yeah.
Plus, learning more about Osiris and his son and his alleged sons will get us one step closer to saving Khalüin as well.
I think so too. So what do we know? All right, so let's go over all what we know. We know that he is a demigod. We know that the Sons of Osiris is part of Hatchco, do we go and talk to dude? What's that guy's name? Was the CEO dude? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Was
The
it
guy
Silas?
that
Was it that?
Silas? Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we try and track down Silas? Easier said than done since he has 3 offices spread out pretty far. I think he said, did he say he mainly operates out of the one in Lulara? So maybe we go to Lulara. What can you guys think of anything else? I'm kind of looking at all of you. Anything else we know about Hatchco or the Sons of Osiris?
It's funny that you mentioned that, and I think I know why Master K sent me. I have been investigating Sons of Osiris. I have recently learned that they have a hideout for their illegal operations in Lulara.
okay,
Well, maybe sometimes the Scrolls of Time is on our side. That's
What-
helpful. Do you so either way, we should potentially be able to find some helpful information in Lulara.
It is
Do
possible.
you know where this is? Or have you been there? What do you know about this place?
Would I know much about Lulara right now? I haven't really
it's
gone to that part of the
place is
investigation yet, have I?
capital, right?
You've been there. It's the capital. Yeah, you've been there. It's Lulara is the capital of the Darian Empire. It is a city built on stilts in the middle of a lake.
Great place.
It is like New Orleans City, but bigger.
And on a lake.
Just to make sure
But less industrial. It's more residential and it's a lot of touristy stuff. There's like the House of
It's
Commons is
Ottawa.
there,
Yeah.
like all the government buildings. Um, the Emperor's residence is the Emperor's residence, not his actual residence, but the Emperor's residence um, is on Lulara. That's where all the formal meetings are held.
a city floating in water. That's definitely something Khalüin would not be a fan of.
Yeah.
It's very sturdy.
I would
But
hope.
still
It's
being
on
on top
water.
of water, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing that, not that there's anything good about Khalduin being in trouble. It's good that he's not here to help save him, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume you just kind of like, cause I'm not kind of new to New Daria. I'm just gonna assume Knees, you just kind of told us that pretty much.
yeah, and
But I did mean more specifically like this hideout. What do you know about that?
just be a quick reminder, because I did write down, I just want to make sure. You said it was a butcher shop in Lulara, right?
It's a butcher shop. Yep.
All I know is it's some butcher shop in Lulara. That's all the information I can recently gather.
Okay.
Wait,
Well,
did you say butcher shop?
Yes.
I'm a
I know.
champion of animals, goddammit. Let's burn this place to the ground.
Hell yeah, chaos.
Was Wrath the
you-
butcher the one who's running this butcher shop, Speakeasy, or was that different?
Yes.
Yeah. I know that this place is run by someone named Wrath the Butcher. He's the one that does most of the dealings.
well, that's a place to start, I guess. For now, do we just think about this riddle and head to Lalara?
Sounds like a plan.
And then if that plan should succeed or fail, and we're all still alive, would we go to the sages next, or?
I think we see what we get there because I don't, as much as we need to get that sorted out for you, I don't think we should go there until we have Calduin unless we have to, because that's a bit of a detour. Like, were we given a location for that? I thought it was like,
It's
Is it
in
in the Fey Forest or whatever? Like or
it's
like
in the Fey
It's somewhere in the
Convergence.
Fey Forest.
like the forest where we like yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so we know to get to the Fey Forest we have to go all the way back to that continent that I definitely know the name of. Give me a second here.
Marswell.
Yeah, that
You
one.
definitely remembered the name.
Larswell. Yeah. Is that just one of the that's one of the islands in the Farhaven Isles?
No.
Is
Marswell is the
Marswell.
big
Oh,
continent.
this one. Yeah. The one down here. Yeah. The one close to Vilbridge. Yeah, okay.
If we
So we
have
got the one fun episode this entire campaign. Everything else seems to be depressing bullshit.
So
Before
yeah.
I wrote it so dark, guys. I'll give you a beach episode soon, I hope.
So yeah, I suppose we go to Lulara, see what we gather there, and then from there, with that information, hopefully learn something helpful or learn more about this third demigod. So maybe we can talk to him.
yeah, for sure. I'm good with that plan.
So what is it still like daytime? Can we like head our journey towards Lulara?
I'll say now. You left around noon. Took probably about 3 hours travel. And probably another hour walking through Palos and then talking with
The Lorekeeper.
the Holy. Yeah, talking with the Holy probably took a few hours, discussing everything. So I'd say it's getting into the early-ish evening. Maybe like 7-ish. 6, 7-ish.
If we start now, we'll have to camp. So I say we stay the night and then go.
I guess.
Just stay the night and go. That sounds like as good of a plan as I could have drawn
any
up.
objections? Anybody want to camp in the woods?
Yeah. Well, I'd rather just go now and get there as soon as we can. But if we want to stay the night, that's fine.
I
we
mean,
could.
I can go into the woods and try and grab some food for us.
How far
I
do we
mean-
think we could go before we can't go any further in the dark?
I don't know.
If it's 7-ish now, it'd probably take you a good 3 hours travel to Lulara. You'd get there around 10 p.m.
Oh, it's actually not that bad.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we might as well
We
go.
could get there tonight, stay there, and investigate in the morning.
Yeah, we could do
It
that.
is later on in the year, so it is gonna be dark out.
If we're comfortable traveling in the dark, I'm down to go. But if not, we stay here and then go in the morning.
It's like so. The thing is, I'm pretty sure it's like we'll get out of the forest before it's like dark, like the forest area around Palos. So other than that, it's mostly plains. So I think we'd be okay. Like I think
And-
other than that, it's all plains to Lulara. So
Orgolan can see for us, can be our seeing eye, and then if he spots anything, and like any tracks or such, I can always just make sure what it is.
yeah, and if yeah, so I think we'd be okay if we just
I
do
think
that.
it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to travel at night.
Yeah, because especially through mostly plains, right?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Alrighty, so that's the plan.
Okay. As you all set off towards the boundaries of the city and beyond the forest as the suns fall behind the horizon as the moon. Man, fuck it. I want there to be 2 moons. There's 2 moons, motherfuckers.
Holy shit. This is Life is Strange universe now, baby.
I don't know why. I just want 2 moons.
Because we
So
can.
there's 2 moons. I'm gonna come out with lore for that later.
Chaos theory. That's the lore.
The 2 moons looming overhead as you begin to make your way towards this vast plain across the plains of Anghor to the Lake of Lulara and to the heart of the Darian Empire, Lulara City. As I have 3 rollies. Who's got dibs?
Dibs.
Ooh.
I got Yonatan.
I'll take a
I got
roll.
Tobin.
I'll do one.
I could do one.
I heard Liam.
Go nuts.
Just the D20 rollies. And you're adding +2.
Alright, I rolled a 16.
That's a 7 for me.
I got a cute 7 as well, but I had 2, so 9.
Technically, I rolled 14, but 16 is the total roll.
Yeah.
As you all begin to make your way across the plain, you guys hear conversing from the distance as you see a small torch lit in the distance.
Can we I'm gonna kind of like, I don't, what's our merchant? I guess Orgolan's probably in front, cause he sees the best in the dark, if he's cool with that. I'll kind of stop him for a second and just be like, do you hear that? Are you here, Owen? He said he was. Yeah, okay.
Listen,
Yeah,
check.
I'm here.
Lowen.
All right.
I'll do a listen.
Lowen?
Yeah, can we just to see if we can hear what they're
I'm
talking
also
about?
going to do a listen check, and I also have my eyes activated, just so you know.
Yeah, that's a 30.
Oh, word.
Mine's a 22.
How the fuck are we gonna get to Lulara now? The cart's broken. The horses are tired. We have no camping provisions. What are we gonna do?
Okay, guys, we either help them or kill them.
Let's help them.
Help them first, ask questions later.
I don't know if we're also walking with a torch or if we didn't say anything, but if we're just walking around in the dark, that's shit happens. But
I think we're following Orgolan.
yeah.
He has the thing, so.
I don't know. I'm
He's
pretty
holding
sure you
hands.
guys would light a torch.
Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of run over there and be like, trying to be as least scary as possible. You know, I'll go first, being a nice little, like just trying to not be intimidating because it's not like Tobin's a huge guy other than his armor. Just excuse me.
Good evening. We've seemed to hit a bit of a pothole and our wheel broke off our cart.
That one's rough. Is it clean broken or is it fixable?
The wheels collapsed in on itself. A couple of the spires broke on it, but
Oof. So is this, if this is a wooden, this would be a wooden cart, no?
yeah.
Yonatan, do you think you can do anything to help them?
Yeah, I can definitely fix that up. As I'm gonna pull a stick out of my bag and hand it to one of the cart goers and say, "Here, hold this."
All right.
Wait, hold on. That's only one part of the trick. Abracadabra! As I cast light on the stick.
Oh, thank you.
I need to see to fix
Yeah,
this.
no,
shit.
yeah, of course. Warning would have been nice, but thanks. Yeah, thanks.
I take Orgolan's glasses and give it to the guy.
I'm okay.
Okay. Give them back, and then I'll just like grab some like branches, chop down a couple of logs, and then get to work on fixing the cart.
Does
Roll me
nobody know
roll me
men?
a survival check.
I don't believe
It's a
I
good
have
question.
advantage on survival checks.
Don't worry about
Say that a little bit louder, Liam.
I just asked if does nobody know mend?
it.
Nope.
I don't have
I
men
don't
prepared.
yet. I'd still have to talk to Wes about what spells I'm gonna learn from Kiriki's scrolls, and I haven't learned them yet.
Do you have
so-
any specific spells you want him to be?
Maybe we'll have to talk about that, but I wouldn't have
Great.
learned them yet anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No,
I have.
Ton of water.
I also thought it was something
What do I have?
depressing in terms of the torch situation.
Oh god.
Because I feel like somebody would call out for Khalüin to start glowing for light.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then
That's why we're always confused of like, oh, are we traveling with a torch? It's because we're just used to Khalüin.
Yep.
Oh,
but yeah, he's got his druid craft with wood, so I think we'll be okay, even if nobody has mend.
Yeah, could I like use my
Yeah.
druid craft?
I
for,
assume
like-
that's what you were doing.
yeah. I assume that was what you were doing.
Yeah. I do have advantage on.
Yes, you do.
I do have advantage on druid craft checks.
Yes, you do.
That's a good thing because that was a nat 1.
Hey.
Okay, so I rolled a nat 15, and then with my druid craft, that would be a total of 30.
With a total of 30. Because you're in the plains, you find a few good-looking branches on the side, and you look at this wheel that's like a quarter of it's just collapsed in. You go and you begin to move some of the parts and begin to look at what you're working with, and you begin to mutter a few incantations as you all see the ground around it light up in a beautiful green golden light as he begins to druid craft this. But you notice as the golden green light kind of it's not as brilliant as you've seen before. It's almost static. But it still does the job as you mend this wheel and begin to fast it back on the axle, and the one of the cart people gives you a mallet, you pum, 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 back on the wheel, the axle.
And
Thank you so much.
I hate to be this kind of
Sorry.
person, but technically Druidcraft is 5e, so if anything, he's just using craft wood or carpentry.
Craft wood, that's what we mean.
Okay.
See, this is why we have you around. The point got across, but yes, that is what we mean in 3.5 rules.
cool.
Sorry for any interruption.
No, you
No,
good,
no,
man. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I don't know what we would have done without you. So, is there anything we could do for you?
How much room's on the cart? Like, just looking at it, like, does it look like it would fit us?
The cart's going
It's
the other way.
pretty full.
No, he said
No, the
we
cart's
were
going
to
to Lara.
Oh.
It's pretty full, but you guys could probably jank yourselves on there if you wanted to.
Is it 2 horses?
It's 4 horses. They're carrying a big
no.
load.
Sure. Then if you don't mind, if you could, we couldn't help but overhear you're headed to Lulara. It's getting late, and so are we. If we could hitch a ride just the rest of the way so we could find an inn, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, of course. No, of course. It's a little full back there, but pile on. That's all crates back there. You're not gonna break anything.
Speaking of which, is there any like symbols or anything I can see on this cart? Just wondering.
And there is the light. There is the light from my light spell and the torches.
I also, with my eyes, have dark vision, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Looking at the crates, you see it's like mix for brick.
Okay.
Is there anything on the side of the cart, like a logo or anything?
Is this another Hatchcoat card? Is what we're asking.
No, it's not a Hatchco cart.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my hood up because I don't like people. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
We got room for 2 up front, and then whoever's up, whoever can pile on into the back, make yourself comfortable. It's gonna be about an hour's out.
Do your horses mind being around other animals?
Oh my! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to react like that. I'm not used to. Whoa! Is that a griffin?
Yeah.
I don't think I have the room on my cart for that. Is he okay to walk or fly or?
Oh, dude, this guy's like a ball of energy. He'll be fine. It's just like if he just walks like beside the cart, is that like gonna spook the horses at all? I'm just curious.
Oh no, they're workhorses. They'll work through anything. They've been thunderstorm trained, so they can hear a gunshot right next to their ear, and they'll be carting right next to them. I mean, maybe not a gunshot, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
It's called bomb-proof.
Thank you, horse nerd.
Shut up.
All right.
All right, then yeah, we'll pile on. Who wants to ride in the front? I'm not going to because I've got like heavy armor on. Probably be annoying.
I'm sitting in the back.
I'll jump up front, I guess.
Yeah, front.
Well,
or Golan maybe just because, or Golan or knees just because of dark vision. They can see pretty good.
I think Orgolan and knees can go in the front, and then I can fly, and then Peter can walk beside.
Well, why don't I only go in the front
That
for
seems
seated
fair.
in the front for dark vision, and then I can sit in the back for the back view.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds fair.
Doesn't matter where you sit. As you pile on, to the cart, and they begin to make way. Takes about an hour's ride. You arrive at 9 o'clock. Surprisingly, after failing the rollies, you still succeed very fast.
I was actually hoping we could do some conversations during that. But
oh no! Do you want to do some conversations? Let's do some conversations. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
As you this it's a pale skinned tiefling man and a gnomish woman as a pale skinned tiefling man flicks the rein, and it's all right. Off again. It's always spooky traveling at night. I didn't mean to leave this late, but you had that appointment, so I don't. What can you do? I didn't want to leave tonight, but you insisted. Nope, we have to get this shipment off. Told you I can't see the road.
As they're talking up front, I gently nudge Beckett. So, what happened to the mask?
Not my favorite story, personally. Some god felt I didn't need it anymore and decided to take it away.
Well, it's not always a bad thing.
Yeah, I'd rather have it personally.
Understand. Always need
Can't
time
really
to
hide
just hide
myself
face.
too well. Yeah.
Have to say though, I expected a more ugly mug.
She just flips you off. She's like, fuck you, man. I'm like, I'm beginning to like you.
Just under
yeah.
your breath. Actually, I was expecting a man, but
Yeah, Knees never knew that.
Oh yeah, Knees
Nope.
never knew Beckett was a girl. Shit. Oh yeah, I guess this is a bit of a surprise for you.
Just a little bit. But
I'm sure you can handle it.
nothing I haven't seen before. But not gonna change how I act towards you. You're my friend after all.
Aw, look at you.
Charisma shoots up to 20 instantly.
Yeah. Well, she's like, Knees and Beckett
Plus
never
one
really
ally
had a great
bonus.
relationship in the first, like, not a bad relationship, but like they kind of poked fun at each other. So I think she's still holding on to that.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Thank you.
I
It's been interesting without him. So
I don't know much about him. I really haven't been around while he was training. But
no,
I could tell that you two are close.
Beckett's kind of like not really looking at anybody because he's like genuinely upset that Khalüin's gone. Like she hasn't really shown it yet, but I think with the stuff with Jeshima and then Khalüin being gone, she's kind of still like trying to screw her head back on. So
yeah.
she kind of just looks away and continues tinkering with her things.
Tobin's just kind of sitting in the back, biting his nail, like, what about? It's not his tongue. It's his weapon. It's not. What about its mind? It's...
If you don't mind me asking, why him?
Who?
Khalüin. Why him of all people?
We have
To take?
very similar.
Yes.
Oh. I've been asking myself that since he's been taken, to be honest.
I'll kind of like scoot forward a little bit on one of my crates or whatever and be like, yeah, it really is a good question. I don't know if I get it either, because he wasn't even the first to rush in when we faced him. It's not like he just grabbed him. He was there like second or third.
He took my thing. Like, he took my stuff.
But thinking about it, Jeshima said that Khalüin was not her toy to break.
It should be no one's toy to break.
But
he didn't need to be broken.
She said it in a way that seemed like, in her mind, the way in her mind you belonged to her, he belonged to somebody else.
So your uncle and your mother just have a vendetta against destroying me and Khalüin?
I get, parents don't always approve of friends.
Wait.
He's been destroying my life far before you were even a speck on the earth.
Wait, hold on.
What the fuck, Wes?
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
What's that?
It's a pretty outlandish theory even to me, but could Osiris be Khalüin's patron, maybe?
Osiris. I was thinking more on the lines of Kavalis, as he's the one that kidnapped him. That's what I was
Oh, yeah,
getting
right.
at there. But
Love this family
like I said,
tree
we
of
don't
people's
know
lives.
we don't know much about these demigods, so yeah, maybe we know he has some sort of patron, much like Beckett had Jeshima. So maybe
I do recall him having some sort of magical aura when we first met, but
right.
I don't know Cavalis's magical aura.
Yeah,
So
it didn't. Yeah, I guess.
I would be okay with a knowledge arcana check for those who have experienced both Cavalis's and Khalduin's power to try and make a connection to see if they're similar.
Yeah, you should do
So,
that.
yeah, I can do
Because
that.
you're the one who, like, I remember, yeah, in the first session.
You know
like,
the most, Beckett. I will give you the role.
Okay.
And I
That
will say, if the other two want to come into this conversation, you also can.
I got a 29, so
You got a 29.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they are eerily similar. Now that you think about it, you didn't think about it at the time in the moment, but now that you're recalling, they're eerily similar.
holy shit! I think you might be right, Kevin.
So, I guess that's why. Something
But it still doesn't answer our question.
exactly why he took him. Yeah,
There's no
and
reason
he's
why
probably got some sort of
him.
ulterior motives if Khalduin truly was like, getting his powers from him. He might believe he like owes him something, and as much as that motivates us to go get the tier, it also, or I'm gonna say to do the task just because we're in like company.
Mm-hmm. I do want to try something. Not Beckett. Wes, can I do like the thing I did to contact Jeshima, but to contact the poison?
Right now,
Yes.
roll me a concentration check. Yeah.
Concentration is wisdom? Oh no.
Yeah, you have a skill for it.
Yeah, that is a 15.
How do you reach out to the poison?
I think that because this is a slightly new venture, Rebecca, I think she's gonna try to do it the same way she used to do it with Jeshima, which was kind of like empty your mind and kind of sit in contemplation / praying and try to see who comes out.
Unfortunately, as you try and concentrate and will out to the poison, you hear nothing.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna give the help
Yeah, what's up?
action.
You wouldn't be able to.
Like, not even to help her with like the ritual bit.
No.
It's not really a
'cause
ritual.
This
just-
is beyond
Yeah.
you disagreed with necromancy. Blood magic is beyond your understanding. It is far deeper and far more evil.
Yeah. The magic that Beckett uses is fucked in your mind. So
God, if only Amarath were here.
Plus, Becca didn't really exactly say what they were trying, so you wouldn't have been able to
Yeah.
fully help anyways. Well, it seems like when you meet up with your friends, you'll have a lot of questions.
Yeah, but I guess that's some semblance of an answer to your question, Neve. as to why he may have been taken.
Which means we're one step closer.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex, I'm still doing my best to think about that riddle.
As am I. I just sit and look through my notes the rest of the time.
Mhm.
I'm tinkering with medicine.
If anyone has anything else to say for this journey, or if this
Okay.
journey wraps up,
So,
I feel.
So, what brings you two out here?
Just delivering some brick material for a company. They bought us out. It's insane.
Oh,
most amount of money we've dealt with. Yeah, they bought out our whole stock. They said they really needed more material, and us coming from Palos, we did a few reno jobs here and there, but nothing too crazy. Is the structural integrity of that city is a lot better than I would say for a lot of cities up
and
in Daria here.
Can we hear this in the back at all? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did they say what they need? What? Sorry, out of curiosity, do you know what they need all this material for?
Some kind of bridge, I think.
I knew,
I
I knew
don't.
you were gonna say
I
that. That's
don't
why I
know.
asked. Oh, so
no.
what's the name of this company? You don't mind us? Do you know who bought you up? Because I think I heard something about a Hatchco building a large bridge.
Hatchco, yeah. One of their builder offshoots, but I'm pretty sure Hatchco owns them.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't know,
very interesting concept.
some kind of bridge. I don't know. I didn't read much into it. You're
Of
dealing
course,
with a lot of gold. You're not gonna ask too many questions.
naturally.
This stuff comes pretty cheap for us. We're just a small company operating at a Mira is where we make most of our bricks, and we ship them off towards Blackwater, where my wife and I, that's where we handle most of our business is over in Blackwater with the import export, which is why we're out here. Making this last minute delivery to Lulara. They want to check our material first, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
That makes sense.
I lived in Blackwater for a vast majority of my life, and believe it or not, that's where I found that Griffin fucker over there.
Oh wow, you found him in Blackwater?
Yeah, it's a long story.
You found him in on the island of New Hangor, by the way.
Oh, I found him on New Hanghorn.
But it's in the
Yeah.
same like.
But it's in the
Republic of
same republic, yeah.
Okay.
So you are right, but it's not exactly where you found him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, continue. You are right.
It's a long story. I was with a rogues guild in the past.
Oh, everyone's made mistakes in the past. I hope you've grown out of that life, of course.
Yes.
Now kind of look nervously towards the back.
Yeah. I'm out of that lifestyle now. You see, I didn't know this at the time, but there was a tragic event with a volcano and my village, and I got amnesia and
A volcano? There hasn't been a volcano in the Boundless Shore since before before the calendar was set, before what's it called? Darling, what's it called? Paylor's Tier, you dumbass. The Paylor's Tier, yeah, there hasn't been a known volcano in the Boundless Shores since before Paylor's Tier.
Time certainly does fly by.
I feel like this shouldn't be something I should ask questions about, but when you're in a cart late at night and it arises in conversation, what do you mean time flies?
Well,
Are you saying you're 1,000 years old?
If that's what you want to think of it.
Who are you people?
Well, those other people
I think
are
we're pretty normal.
Well, those other people are normal. I'm the weird one of the group.
What's your definition of normal?
Like the normals. Like people who don't have glowing hair based on their emotions.
I see. Oh, look there! You can see the ridge line, the lights of the city coming up there. You can see the edge of the lake. You hear it? You hear the waves? We're almost there. I think about 20 minutes now.
Splendid.
Knees gives a little smirk on the change of conversation.
Hey, Tobin, can I talk to you at like back there?
Sure.
Yeah, you can freely crawl back into the back. It's a four horse cart, so it's pretty big enough that you're able to walk back from the front seating area into the back. You kind of have to crawl over a couple boxes because they overloaded this cart.
Yeah.
But you can make it back there fine.
Okay. So like obviously like in a whisper, because like I don't want the people driving the cart to hear this. Just like hey man, like this cart is like pretty essential for Hatchco's business, and like I kind of want to do something about that, but at the same time I just feel like it'll draw attention to ourselves if we do.
Are you doing this loud enough for Knees to hear as well, or are you trying to keep it like extra quiet?
I'm trying to
Make a
keep it
listen check. I don't know.
hush between
I'm
me
just
and
gonna say-
Tobin.
Okay,
Can
then
you roll me the only thing I can think of is a move silently.
yeah, that's what
Can
I
you
would
roll me a
do.
talk silently check?
And I'm rolling this.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna roll an opposing listen against your talk silently check.
Can I roll a spot to see if I can watch him move and then listen in?
I'm also
Well,
still
you see him move and talk to Tobin, but now he's whispering to Tobin. Are you going to attempt to listen in on the conversation?
Yeah, why not?
I'm attempting to listen in, but I'm also looking like I'm still going through my notes. Anyways, I got a 27 for listen.
That is a natural 2.
Got a 17.
I got a 11.
11, that's loud enough to hear. You all hear it. But unfortunately, on a natural 18, so do the cart people.
Fuck.
But go ahead and say what you're gonna say. I shouldn't have told you that. But go ahead and say what you're gonna say, as if you didn't know the cart people can hear you.
I'm just gonna say these are nice people that are subcontracting business to them we're not gonna do anything. We're gonna go into town and we're gonna get an inn and we're gonna carry about our business and then be thankful that these nice people gave us a ride.
So I just rolled for move silently to whisper as well. It was in that 20. I'm gonna take my mage hand and just do a little nudge to Jonathan. You trying to ruin my operation?
Shit.
I'm sorry. I just like I as his hair turns to like an ocean blue, like he's like a purplish blue, like he's really upset. Just like I can feel like my magic getting weaker, and I just want to do what I can to help, because like I feel like I'm not doing enough for this group.
And that's great, but doing anything to these nice small business owners isn't gonna, I don't think, gonna help that. It doesn't seem like they're even working with Hatchco directly. They are working for a subsidiary or whatever you'd call it that oversees their construction. I don't think they'd be of any help anyways.
Okay, so like, and I'm gonna attempt to talk silently again.
You're muted.
I got a dirty 20 this time.
Yeah, you're good.
So I'm just like, so like, what if we like let this shipment happen? And
we will let it happen.
like, we let it happen, they get their money, they fucking leave.
Look, all
And
I know
then
is they're building a bridge. Let me do my investigation, find out more about the Sons of Osiris and Hatchco. Then we make a decision.
Agreed.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do what I can to stop Hatchco from whatever they're trying to do.
Well, you're the one who heard their original over. Wasn't Jonathan the one who originally heard the conversation about the bridge when we were
Yeah.
at the ball or whatever?
Yeah, he was the one in snake form who overheard it.
So we kind of, I don't think they'd have any more information on the bridge than what we heard from the CEO himself.
Yeah.
Especially considering who they are. I think we're just gonna stay in the people who helped us get there much quicker than we could have, seeing that it's only like 9 o'clock. Stay in their good graces.
Okay, for sure. As
And I'm gonna pop up into the front a little bit and be like, "Thank you again so much for the ride. It's it's nice that we were able to help you, but still, you definitely shaved like an hour off our walking time, seeing that we're only like 15 minutes away."
Oh, well, she would have froze to death if we were out there all night. We're thankful to you that we could have just gotten on the road in the first place, and so it's our pleasure. I would have carted you anywhere. No, we greatly appreciate what you guys have done for us, and this shipment really does mean so much to us. We were worried about liquidating what what warehouses we had in Blackwater, and just moved back to Mira. But the sun was awful for her skin. I didn't like the house we were living in, and I don't want to move back there. And so this shipment means a lot to us. That means we can move out to New Warren City, and we can get a little bit established into the business that they have out there.
I understand I understand how much a good chunk of money like that can do for a small business owner. My father owns a small business as well. And I remember he owns a blacksmith, and I remember his first big dealing with the dwarves at the forge was
The dwarves are you a Veilbridgeite as well?
I am, yes.
Ah, fantastic! It's great to meet another Veilbridgeite out in the wild. Yes, I'm originally from Scorchtown myself, but
Yeah,
I moved up north and to Mira, where I met this lovely lady, of
Oh, then
course.
you would probably know of the Riemann family forge.
Riemann family forge. My father got his horses. Oh, hey, horse nerd, give me the what's it?
Horseshoe?
Hooved the horseshoe thing.
It's a horseshoe.
Shoed.
A horseshoe?
Oh, he got
Yeah.
the horse like fitted, or I don't know, shoot.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
Shoed.
got the horseshoe he got the horseshoe put on by a farrier. Is that what you're asking?
No, like getting them made,
Oh,
like
he got
fitted
a
or whatever.
horse forged and fitted.
Yeah, Ford. My father got his horses forged and fitted with their horseshoes as long as I can remember.
Yeah, that's
Very
definitely.
good family, the Raymonds.
Thank you, thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as he reaches out his hand.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand.
And as they're done shaking hands, I'm just gonna be like, here. I know how to take care of myself in the wild. You need this money more than I do.
No. I refuse to accept any money. You saved me endless worrying and as he kind of leans over, endless nagging.
I insist.
No, I also insist. Save your money, please. I don't. You saved us, please. It's the least of my worries to drop you off at my own destination.
Take the money.
No, uh, I can't take my hands out the rain. 10-2. I can't take my hands out the rain.
How about, will your wife be willing to take it? Or?
Oh no, she can't. No, she's reaches into his bag and puts a book into her and she's reading.
Listen, Yonatan, as coming from a family that owns a small business as well, they're much too proud and thankful for what we did for them. They're not going to take it. Although they definitely appreciate the offer, they appreciated you fixing the wheel more, and that's more than enough payment for our ride into the city.
I'm gonna put it down in their card anyway.
You find a nice spot to talk. How much gold?
6 gold and 26 copper.
Right, as you stash that away into one of the compartments that you can get open that they can see. As you see the city of Lulara enter into the distance as you begin to feel the cart roll from the dirt road into a nice smooth brick road of the bridges that lead to Lulara. We're gonna end off tonight's session. Wow. What a good session, fellas. We're gonna start off with some good old inspiration points. We're gonna start with Liam.
Before I do that, I just have to say, I just realized how creepy I must have been. Because I had my eyes activated the entire time, and we agreed that when my eyes activated, they look golden and like a dragon.
Okay, Becca wasn't looking at you during the entire conversation.
So when these
Oh,
people
yeah.
when these people saw me, they just see this small gnome with these golden dragon eyes. But anyways,
They think this
Didn't
is a
even
weird
think
bunch.
about that.
for my inspiration point, I've got to go to James. He really helped with the questions with Her Holiness.
Thank you. Does that make it my turn?
Yes.
Who do I want to give it to? I'm gonna have to just give it the right back at you. Not only am I just happy to have Liam back, it's great for him to be here again. He also did a really good job with the shift from playing Khalüin last time to Nees this time, and playing Nees as a character with almost every interaction we had. I think he did it. I was like, yeah, that's very Nees, and it was very helpful as well with like questions and gaining what intel what we needed, and even just his character being who he is, helping us get information on like Lou Lara and like what we could do next. Yeah, I don't know who's next because I voted for him, but
Yeah, hell yeah. No, you two, just awesome jobs all around. I love y'all. Let's talk about someone else that I love. Even though I'm gonna say this for the entire time. Yonatan, buddy. What about you? Who you thinking?
I'm thinking Khalüin.
You're thinking Khalüin.
he's not here.
Thinking Khalüin knees.
Liam.
Liam
That was
himself gets an inspiration point.
Yes, sir. Oh shit! I wanted to do something at the end of that episode.
Oh, whoops.
Oopsie.
Shit. Can we go back?
Yeah, let's do it.
Reboot.
Can you do a quick edity tingy?
Technically,
if-
yeah, I could split this stuff and then just put this
Do you want
near
me
the end
to
of the
start
story.
recording just this part while you pause it, and I can just send you this clip to snip in, assuming my or actually we don't know how good my recording is, just in case that doesn't work.
It doesn't
you know
matter.
how
Like I
to do
said, I can cut and split things, so all I gotta do is just
Okay.
split it and then move it around.
I think it'll be easiest for you if we finish up this segment and then quickly go back at the
Okay, yeah.
end of it, so that it's right at the end for you.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
Anyways, just for you viewers, we're leaving that in. That's some quick things on the fly. I wanted to do something at the end. Anyways, let's talk about someone else who I love. Let's check in with Beckett. Who are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with Tobin because he really carried the church part when we went to the church and chapel. So, yeah.
Let's talk about this stinky motherfucker. No, of course. Orgolan is the goddamn champ. And I hope you remember the catchphrase so then you can use your crown again, because that's an ability that you have.
I'm gonna say
can just-
Tobin.
You can just have it at any point. But yes. Alright. Well, I think it's obvious with a landslide. We got Liam and James coming in with the inspiration points. I'm gonna give myself an inspiration point.
Damn it.
Technically, with the inspiration points, it should just go to James because it was 3-2.
Yeah, but I'm giving you one.
Okay. Thank you.
It's good to have you back. I've missed the hell out of you, brother. And I don't know. I like Nees. Nees is fun. I love Khalüin, and Khalüin's story we will get back to. I hope to God you save him.
Oh, we'll save him. It's not a question. It's a
Yeah, no, that's not a
when.
question. Beckett couldn't put up with
And-
me for that much
And
longer.
worst case scenario, we just found out the tier can resurrect shit. I'm not
And you have a
above using
guy
it to-
who is sometimes in your party whose whole like story is that he wants to resurrect something.
That's true. Oh yeah, he should have fucking been here. Oh. Actually, that might have been bad.
I'm
if
pretty
he was
sure
here.
Adrian just listens to the sessions.
I hope so.
And so if he hears this, I think he's gonna have a good smile on his face. Well, without further ado, I think that does it for us tonight. It's been an excellent session all around. I love I love these sessions where nothing really happens, but everything happens.
Yeah.
And like, like this, it's just, I A, enjoy lore dumping. And B, I love getting lost in NPCs and role-playing so many different NPCs. It's just fun. And this session, I've just role-played a bunch of different NPCs. Not as many as the one session, though. I role-played, 11 NPCs that one session? It was crazy.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
That was pretty nuts.
Chaos with us could never.
We could never do something like that.
No, of course not.
Jonathan's got the itchiest of trigger fingers this episode.
I'm excited to explore more. Like I'm trying not to be on my phone at work, but I'm seeing you guys texting this shit, and I'm like, Jonathan, these are the things that I've been planning for you. Yeah. You just wait and see. That's the greatest thing, is what I'm so enjoying about having like such a long campaign, is that like I've been planning a lot of your story arcs from the very beginning, and if not the very beginning, close to the beginning. And so like I haven't even gotten started. Well, I actually have. If you want to go back and you want to nitpick and try to find the nuggets that I've been leaving, I've barely gotten started on some of the Yonatan stuff that I have written.
Holy shit.
And I've barely gotten started on some of the Beckett stuff that I've
Oh.
written. And I've barely gotten started on the Orgolan stuff that I've written. And I've barely gotten started on the Khalüin stuff that I've written.
We haven't
I have
signed up.
I am just very excited to continue this adventure with you, my players, and you, the viewers. So thank you very much for stopping by once again. We have been drunk. We have been dumb. We'll see you in the next episode. Bugabinga.
Peace.
Khalüin, you feel a warmth from the sudden cold after you were frozen to the pains of the scars as you look down at your body and see yourself riddled in cuts. So you sit in a small room with bars on the front. As you come to consciousness, as you hear drip, 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 as you look up expecting to see water, you see blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the ceiling. As you take in the surroundings around you, Khalüin, you trying to recall the night before, chasing that asshole, that scarred asshole, fucking that keeps stealing your shit, and then just being frozen and then pain, and now you're here. You look up and see, and you see a pale faced man, and you've seen him before. But he comes forward towards the bars of the cage, and he grabs one, and he kind of reaches his hand through, and he smiles at you, this pale-faced Asmar fellow in a long, dark trench coat. Pleasure to finally meet you. My name is Solomon Rafi. I'm excited to further explore whatever's gonna happen next.